Hello guys, welcome back to Zami World. Thank you for liking, subscribing to our videos, and we hope you guys are enjoying our videos. So today we are going to Western Africa. We are going to talk about a story from Western Africa, a good story, a bit sad, but I hope you guys are going to enjoy. So there's this couple that they were married in traditional African community back in the days. So they were a happy couple and they were hoping to have children. With time, they were blessed with beautiful children. First, they had 3 children, and after time, they added 1 child. So in total, they had 4 children. So she was happy being married to this man, love of her life. So they loved each other, and their life continued well. No issues. She was this African traditional wife, submissive, taking care of her husband, children, and there was no issue they had. Just being a mother, being a wife, being a respectful wife in the community. She loved cooking for her children. She enjoyed really cooking for them good food, chicken, rice, potatoes, any good thing, and good steamed vegetables that they would enjoy as a family. So this woman was very dedicated to her family. She loved her life. Being at home, the husband was doing other jobs in the village, helping so that the family can be stable like any other family in the traditional African community. So this woman was so happy, jovial. She was happy making babies, cooking for her family, taking care of her children. Nothing more to stress about. She used to give affection to her children, love, joy, just being a happy family woman. She would not tread anything but just to have a family next to her, playing with her children when she was free. Her children loved her. She loved her children. Any other woman knows if you're a mother, you love your children so much. So in an African setup, the woman would play with her children when the husband was away, taking care of errands and looking for ways for them to be fed in the house. So her children were beautiful. She loved her life. She loved taking care of her children. Her children used to play together. Beautiful children, girls and boys, 4 of them. So she would trade nothing for this thing. This woman loved her life. She would watch her children while cooking for them. They would tell her, "Mama, what are you cooking today?" She tell them, "Just play. I'm cooking something sweet for you guys. Just play, my children. I love you so much. Just play, my children. I'm here watching you." The children will play and enjoy themselves as the sweet aroma comes from the kitchen, waiting for their mother to cook for them. So she loved everything. The people in the village loved her. She was beautiful, nice. She loved everybody. She was friendly. Everywhere she would go, people would look at her and call her Mama. "Mama, you're looking good today." She'd go to the garden, plant her own food. She was so happy, cheerful. Nothing could bring her down. This woman loved her life, loved her children, taking care of them. Nothing would worry her. So one day, she felt like she was not feeling well. So her children asked her, "Mama, why are you looking sad today?" "Mama, what is wrong?" "Mama," the youngest asked, the woman was just feeling low, sick. Her body was not okay. She was not feeling under the weather. Like today, she was not feeling well. She lay on the mat, feeling weak. She was wishing her husband to come home that day, take care of her. She could not feed her children that day. She could not play with them. She could not even hear what was happening to them. The children were worried. They were waiting for their father to come from work. The woman was feeling weak. Her body was not feeling well. She was sweating. She felt angry, but she could not eat. So this woman was just asking herself, "When is my husband coming home?" She was feeling weak and weaker. She could not do anything for herself, for her children. She was so worried. Who is going to look after my children when I'm feeling this way? God help me. My children are waiting for me. The husband came home. He was not happy the way the wife was looking. He came, poured some herbs on her, took a sponge and wiped her because she was sweating. Her body was on heat. She was on fever. Husband was feeling sad because she was the pillar of his life. Days gone, the wife was still sick. 2, 3, 4 days gone, she was not feeling well. A day came, nothing was done. The herbalist in the village came to look and do everything to help this woman, but she was still not getting well. She was not feeling better. She died eventually. It was sad for the community. What was happening to this family? Beautiful family, a couple that loved each other. The woman died. People gathered to come and bury her. It was a sad moment for the community because this woman was loved. She was cheerful. She couldn't harm anybody. She had no enemies. She had nothing that people could say against her during her burial. People gathered. All her friends came to see her during her burial. It was a sad moment for the community and the entire village. Her children were sad, looking at her grave. The husband was crying. Just a small sickness that could make this woman just go sick. Few days, and the woman just felt sick and went to be with the Lord. It was so saddening, devastating. People in the village were wondering what was happening because this was a very beautiful family. The children are so young. Who was going to take care of them? The husband was alone. The children were looking sad. People really cried over the death of this woman. They didn't know what to say, do, but they just assisted the husband to bury the wife because she was a beautiful woman. She had friends. The husband was just left with the children alone, devastated. He didn't know what to do. The children were there just waiting for the husband of that woman to take care of them. So one day the elders came and called the man for a meeting. They said, "You have young children. You cannot stay alone. You have to have somebody to help you." The man said, no, I'm okay. I can cook for them. My children can be okay when I'm not around. But the elder said, no, African traditional community, a man cannot stay alone. You have to have a helper. Our Creator made women to help. You have to have a second wife. Whether you like it or not, we'll look for a woman to take care of you and your children. They are young. But the man cannot disobey the elders. So he decided, okay, if you get somebody to help me, who am I to deny such a chance? I cannot disobey my elders. If there's an opportunity for you to bring a wife, bring. A woman was brought for him, a young woman, to assist him to take care of the children. The woman at first didn't want to come, but a woman was brought. So, with time, the woman got pregnant and bore twins for this man, twin boy and a girl. Very beautiful family. So, in total, the guy had 6 children. So, the woman was happy taking care of all the 6 children. But after she got the children, she was just assisting as normal, cooking for them, taking care of the children that the late first wife had left for her to take care of. So she had twins. As time went, years went, the twins grew, and the woman was cooking for them, but she was neglecting the first wife, the late wife's children. Which didn't worry because at first She was taking good care of them, but after she got her twins, she started neglecting the other children. She'd cook good food for them, take care of them, play with them. The other children were just there. Nobody was there to take care of them. When the husband came, he would sit down with his twins and the wife, and they would take good food. But the other children would take care of themselves. She would command them to cook for themselves, make fire for themselves, to cook for themselves, which was a sad stage. The elder girl would take responsibility of her younger siblings. She would see how they were neglected, but the other twins would marry, have chicken, eat well, dress well, but for them, they would just suffer. Nothing good. The twins would eat well. Their mother was taking good care of them. They were motherless. No mother to take care of them. It was so sad. The twins grew fat and happy, but the other children would just eat vegetables, looking unhealthy, unkempt. They were just looking malnourished. Nobody was taking good care of them. They would miss their mother at times. They would cry. They were just given vegetables for them to cook for themselves, but they loved each other. They had sibling love. They would take care of themselves because they knew they had no mother. Their father was not there most of the times. But the other twins, they would eat chicken, eat meat, roasted meat, steamed chicken. They would live a good life that them they were jealous of. They were wishing their mother was alive for them to have that life. So this continued on. So then they would just have vegetables, nothing good to eat. Sometimes they would sleep even hungry. They would depreciate even the vegetable they were being given. One day the twins were playing with the other children. They were having fun, playing, joking around, chasing each other. The twins would run around, and the other siblings, the older siblings from the late wife, would play with them because they loved them too, because they were their siblings. So the woman was outside the hut watching them playing. But she was not happy. She didn't want them to mingle. She didn't want her children to play with the first wife's children. So one of the twins were playing and one got hurt. When the ball, one of the children from the late wife was playing with the twins and accidentally got hurt. The woman looked and was shouting, "What is happening?" One of the twins was crying, and the leg was bleeding. So she stood up. "What are you doing to my children? What have you done?" One of the twins was crying because he was hurt. So the boy continued crying. The mother was quarreling with the other children. She felt bad that her child was hurt doing playing. She didn't like her children playing with the first children. She felt like they were unwanted. She didn't want. She became angry and felt like she should do something to those children. And she was waiting for the husband to come so she can complain. She didn't want these children were hurting her children. She became so angry and aggressive towards the children. So her feelings became so low. She said, "I don't want these children. I must wait for my husband. When he comes, I must tell him I don't want these children." The husband came home. The first thing, she started quarreling the husband. "Your children hurt my child. I don't want them near my child. These children are evil." They started quarreling. But the husband told her, "There's nowhere they're going to go. They are my children too. So you better live with them." So at night she could not sleep. She watched her children sleeping. Oh no. Little did we know that the second wife, the stepmother, was into witchcraft. She summoned the children and told them, "You are not going to sleep tonight. And if you're going to sleep, I must terrorize you." She watched them sleeping. She was still hurt that her child was hurt and the husband did nothing. The woman summoned dark powers while the children were sleeping. She was slowly turning into something evil, into a demon. She was slowly turning into an evil devil from the witchcraft she uses. She was slowly turning into something that cannot be described, watching the children sleeping. Guys, watch for part 2.